Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I will retell to you a film called Cape Fear. I am sure that you will like it, so sit back and don't switch. Let's go. Max Cady is released from prison after serving 14 years for assault. Meanwhile, Lee Bowen and her daughter Denny are starting a new business and discussing logo ideas. That evening they join Lee's husband Sam Bowden to watch a movie. A man smoking nearby annoys them, and they later realize it was Max. After the movie, the family buys snacks, but a cashier says their bill was already paid by Max. Sam hurries his family away, but Max has already left. The next day, Sam plays racquetball with coworker Lori Davis, who seems interested in more than friendship. Sam says they should only see each other at work. Worrying, Lori later confronts Sam about Max, referencing their past lawyer-client relationship that Sam pretends not to recall. Max implies he'll seek vengeance before leaving. Concerned, Sam suggests a vacation, but Lee reminds him they're too busy. That night, Lee sees Max lurking outside and alerts Sam. Sam reveals Max was a former client seeking revenge for a failed case. He gets a restraining order at work and admits he buried evidence of Max's violence towards a woman. Max, now literate, implies he'll appeal. Sam offers money, but Max refuses. Later, Max poisons their dog, though lacking evidence, Sam reports him. At a parade, Max leers at Lee and Sam attacks him. Max meets Lori at a bar, lying that he protected a woman from police assault. Seduced, Lori goes home with Max, who handcuffs and assaults her. Lori refuses to testify, fearing shame. A detective implies Sam should use his family as bait for Max. Sam believes Max's release is outrageous, so he hires private investigator Claude Kursek to surveil Max. When asked about his connection to Max, Sam admits Max was his public defender after harming a young woman. Kursek notes Sam's daughter is close in age to Max's victim, worrying him. One night while following Max, Kursek learns Max once killed an inmate who complained about his smoking, breaking his neck and biting off his tongue, but officers couldn't prove it. After this call, Sam apologizes to Lori for involving her but notices Lee behind him. Lee confronts Sam about his infidelity, theorizing Max targeted Lori because she's Sam's mistress. Lee hits Sam in her anger as their daughter Denny witnesses, locking herself in her room and crying. Lee says this isn't the first betrayal, reminding him how they uprooted for a fresh start, yet Sam strayed again. Sam argues Lori was infatuated, admitting fear of Max, who likely harmed Lori knowing she wouldn't testify to avoid reputation damage. Max knew this would make Lee suspicious, destroying Sam's home life. Sam encourages unity against Max, but Lee remains unconvinced, making Sam sleep on the couch. Elsewhere, Kursek follows Max to a diner, but Max is already paid. Kursek tells Max to leave town, but Max threatens him. Max later visits Sam's home, giving Lee a dog, implying knowledge of Sam's betrayal. When Max sees Denny, he speeds off. Kursek suggests hiring a hitman, but Sam refuses to commit illegal acts. That night, Max, posing as Denny's teacher, calls and charms her. The next day, Denny meets Max smoking at drama class. He compares her situation to a mature book, encouraging her to read it. Charming her, Denny grows suspicious and Max admits his identity but claims innocence. He promises not to hurt Denny, saying they can be honest, unlike with her parents. Manipulating Denny, Max kisses her. Lee finds the smoked evidence confirming Max's school visit. Desperate, Sam tells Kursek to hire a hitman to kill Max, which they do. Sam meets Max at a diner to warn him but gets an unfazed reaction. Upset, Denny tells Sam that Max didn't force himself on her. Aggressively interrogating her, Sam scares Denny, who screams at him to leave when he tries apologizing. The hitman beats Max, but he overpowers them as Sam watches. In the morning, Max has hired Sam's renowned lawyer, filing a restraining order and recording Sam's prior threat. The judge grants the order and possible disarmament. Sam asks Kursek for a gun but is warned against murder. Kursek predicts Max will break in while Sam's away, justifying killing him. Sam pretends to leave, sneaking back with his family's help. They create traps, but nothing happens the first night. The next day, Denny finds a book left by Max. That night, the trap moves, but it's the maid Kursek finds in the kitchen disguised as the maid he killed. Max reveals himself, having infiltrated the home. That night, rain falls as the family dines together on their houseboat in the middle of the Cape Fear River. Sam checks on the anchor outside because the boat keeps rocking, but Max sneaks up and chokes him unconscious. Max enters the houseboat, teases Denny, and locks her in a cupboard while attacking Lee. Unbeknownst to Max, Denny gathers supplies in the cupboard. Sensing Lee trying to take his gun, Max handcuffs her and drags in a bound Sam to make him watch. When Sam begs Max to target him instead, Max stomps his head. Lee pleads with Max, claiming she understands his pain and asking him to spare Denny. Max agrees, but Denny douses him in kerosene she hid and sets him ablaze. Badly burned, Max grabs the anchor rope as the family flees. He returns and holds Sam at gunpoint, accusing him of burying evidence years before. Sam admits it but argues the victim's plea didn't justify Max's crimes. Enraged, Max commands the women to undress, but a storm spins the boat and tosses him overboard. The family escapes, but Max drags Sam back. They battle as the boat crashes into a rock. Sam handcuffs Max to the wreckage before he washes away, singing a hymn and accepting his fate. Bloodied, Sam finds his grateful family, and they agree never to speak of Max again. Denny accepts that while the past dies a little each day, she must live in the aftermath of the harrowing ordeal with Max. The Bowen family is left to grapple with the profound impact of their traumatic experience. The confrontation with Max not only tested their physical and emotional limits, but also forced them to confront their own vulnerabilities and the fractures within their family. As they stood on the shores of the Cape Fear River with the wreckage of their houseboat behind them, they knew their lives would never be the same again. Sam Bowden, the once confident lawyer, had been brought to his knees not just by Max's relentless pursuit of revenge, but by his own moral failings. His decision to bury evidence all those years ago had set off a chain of events that nearly destroyed his family. The guilt and shame he felt were immense, but surviving the ordeal gave him a chance at redemption. He vowed to rebuild the trust he had lost with Lee and Denny, knowing it would be a long and challenging road. Lee Bowen, who had witnessed the erosion of her marriage and the terror inflicted by Max, found a new strength within herself. She had faced unimaginable fear and stood her ground to protect her daughter and husband. Lee realized that despite the infidelity and the pain, the love she had for her family was unbreakable. She became the anchor for her family, providing the support and stability they needed to heal and move forward. Denny Bowen, the young girl thrust into a nightmare, emerged with a deeper understanding of the complexities of human nature. The innocence of her youth had been shattered, but in its place grew a resilience and wisdom beyond her years. Denny's encounter with Max had been terrifying, but it also taught her the importance of honesty and courage. She understood that her parents were flawed, but their love for her was unwavering. This realization helped her forgive and embrace the future with a hopeful heart. As the Bowens walked away from the Cape Fear River, they knew that Max Caddy's shadow would loom over them for some time. The scars he left were deep, but they also signified their survival and resilience. They had faced a relentless evil and emerged alive, bound by a renewed commitment to one another. They understood that their journey of healing would be ongoing, but together they were determined to reclaim their lives and their sense of safety. In the days and months that followed, Sam, Lee, and Denny worked tirelessly to restore normalcy. They sought therapy, openly discussed their fears, and made conscious efforts to reconnect as a family. Sam's legal career faced scrutiny, but he approached his work with a newfound integrity, dedicated to righting the wrongs of his past. Lee focused on her family's emotional well-being, ensuring that their home became a sanctuary of trust and love. Denny, supported by her parents, returned to school and her passions, determined to rebuild her life on her own terms. The Bowen family's ordeal was a stark reminder of the darkness that can arise from past mistakes and the lengths to which one might go for vengeance. Yet it was also a testament to the enduring power of love and the human spirit's capacity to overcome even the most formidable challenges. Their story became one of survival, forgiveness, and the unyielding bond of family. Max Caddy's menacing presence had ultimately brought the Bowens closer together, forcing them to confront their deepest fears and emerge stronger. They understood that the past could not be erased, but it could be learned from. Their experience became a profound chapter in their lives, shaping them into individuals who valued honesty, resilience, and above all, the unwavering strength of familial love. The Bowens faced the future with a sense of hope and unity, knowing that together they could overcome anything.